Questionable jockettes in the business, Graham Kennedy.
Don, questionable? What?
Did Jockette?
Oh, no, because earlier I said something about jockettes, and Don Blake, who thinks himself to be one of the great humourists of our time, actually he is a funny man. Thank you for playing Blankety Blank's dear panel. Good night, bottom row.
Good night.
Good night, Graham.
Good night. Good night, top row.
Thanks, Graham. It's
Thanks,
been fun.
Wendy. Dave, good night.
Good night. We've just had the census, you know, about three months ago we had the census taken, and the poor lady down our street, Mrs. Jones, the censor man, came yesterday again, and he said, I'm from the census, and she said, I filled in my form. He said, yeah, but you didn't put your age. She said, well, did the Hills put their age next door? He said, yes, they did. She said, well, I'm as old as they are. So he wrote on the form, Mrs. Jones, as old as the Hills.
Yay! I like it. Bomb, bomb, and good night. From Blankety Blank.
Peggy Tobano. Ugly Dave Gray. Carol Ray. Stuart Wagstaff. Barry Creighton. As we play Graham Kennedy as Blankety Blanks. And now, here he is. Here's Graham.
Oh, good evening. You know how last Friday I wasn't feeling terribly well. Nothing happened over the weekend. I'm still not 100%. But I'm here because I'm a trooper.
You look marvellous.
You look lovely too.
Yeah, but I wasn't sick.
Hello, Mark. Oh,
Good
you've got a
evening.
bow tie
Oh,
on.
yes.
Oh, you look like a present.
All wrapped up. Nowhere to go.
Very nice two-piece there
Yes,
with a thing.
yes.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome, Peggy Topano.
Thank you, Gray. We're very formal tonight.
Very sparkling there.
Yes.
Dave Gray?
Yeah, I'm glad you're dressed casual, Graham, because, you see, I don't feel out of it, because up here they look as though they're going to a wedding or something.
Do you, don't you?
Yeah.
You look fine. You're all right.
Thank you.
And we've said hello to Carol. Carol's lovely. Stuart Wagstaff.
Hello.
And Barry Creighton.
Hello there.
Welcome to Blankety Blanks. When we start Supermatch, that sometimes happens to me. Francis, not another, oh yes, another beautiful one. Oh, that comes up so well on colour. It really does. If only we had a colour monitor. If only the budget could run to a colour monitor. But that really looks lovely. Now, we're going to play Supermatch. This is a chance for you to win another $1,000. How much have you got already, Francis?
$250.
This is Frances Box, and she's married to a gentleman from Pakistan. She has a lovely daughter. You enjoy sewing and entertaining, it said on you.
Yes, I do.
Do you sew some of those things yourself?
I make all my blouses and petticoats, yes.
But not that part?
No.
No, that's...
No.
All right. We polled a recent studio audience and discovered their most frequent response to this. Blank iron. I-R-O-N. Blank iron. Now, if you come up with the same answer that most of those people gave, you get $100. Second most frequent response, if you match it, $50, $25 third for their third most popular answer. You are permitted to pick Barry or Dave or Stuart or Peggy or Mark or Carol to guide you along with your answer. Who first?
I'll have Peggy, please.
Peggy Topano.
Cast iron.
Cast iron is a sensible, strong answer.
Who haven't I had? Carol.
Carol.
Steam iron.
Steam iron. Steam iron. Yeah?
And Barry, please.
Barry Creighton.
Pig iron.
Pig iron. Pig iron. So, we've got cast iron, steam iron, and pig iron. Now, you may reject all of those answers if you have a better idea of your own. Go along with that. Or you may choose one of those.
I think I'll try steam iron.
Steam iron. Right. Now, Peter the Phantom Puller is in there together with another Peter the Phantom Puller because the first Peter has to go on to another show and he's teaching the other Peter how to do it. So there are really two men in there today. Can you imagine how... Because it's only a tiny little Edwin Duff house, you know. And then there's two Peters in there all waiting to play the game. So, as usual, one of you Peters, would you pull the $25 response? Oh, that must be the one who hasn't learned how to do it yet. You know, Cast iron. Who said cast iron? Peggy Tabano said that. One of you, Peters, would you pull the $50 response? Hot iron. Hot iron. Did you think of that? Dear, oh dear. Let's see if there's a steam iron under the $100 answer. Thank you, both Peters. Yes! Oh, glycerine. Oh, I'm so thrilled for you. You've won $100. Now we play for 10 times that amount, $1,000. But you must match one of our celebrities precisely. Who are you going to choose tonight?
I'll try Stuart again.
Stuart.
Responsibility.
Truly, this is a responsibility for our
You feel
celebrities.
so awful
because-
if you lose money for them.
That's right.
Oh, it's all right.
And $1,000 is $1,000 even in our language.
My word, it does.
Especially in our language. Would you face me, Francis, as I get the question from this question holder, which we had specially built for the show. And they're always upside down for some reason. Sports blank. S-P-O-R-T-S. Sports blank. Stuart's written. Now, I hope that you come up with the same answer that Stuart comes up with, or particularly, Stuart comes up with the same answer you do. Sports...
Carnival?
Sports carnival. Nothing wrong with that. No. I'll wear that. Stuart feels perhaps there is something wrong.
There is something wrong with it because I'm afraid we haven't won $1,000 for you. I came up with sportsman.
Sportsman. Well, I wouldn't have been a help. I would have said sports coat. Never mind.
Sports coat,
It doesn't matter. You're
Sorry,
still in
my
the
dear.
game. You've still got everything you've won so far, which is what?
Well, it'll be $350 now.
$350. As we come back and play more Blankety Blanks. See you in a minute. It's Don Blake. And we meet a new challenger. Say hello to Ian Haggerty. Who and what is Ian Haggerty?
Well, he's an Englishman.
Oh,
Been 7 years in Australia.
from where in England?
Leicester.
Leicester. That's about 3,000 miles from where Dave Gray comes from.
Yeah, but we're in Division 1, though.
We're there in
So
Division
we're
1.
in Division
Just hang on.
We're in Division 1.
Hello. May I have my show back? Tell us all of it, Ian.
I've been here 7 years and just recently got married.
Yes.
And
To an Australian gal?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. They couldn't catch me in England.
Huh. And what do you do for a living?
I work at the Red Lion Bistro.
The Red Line Bistro. Do we all know the Red Line? I'm from Melbourne.
Very good.
Is it? Peggy knows about it. Peggy, all right. Ian, you're our challenger. A or B?
Please.
A. 1. Every match is worth a point. Aladdin lost his magic lamp. I was in Aladdin once in a panto. 2 a day. Oh, God, it was hard work. Beg your pardon?
What did you play?
I was me in it.
Oh.
Oh, they did a strange thing. They said... No, it was funny. I could have been Aladdin, but I thought, no, that looked like very hard work. Was at the Princess Theatre in Melbourne, and for some unknown reason, right in the middle of it all, they all stopped and said, I wonder what will happen 2,000 years from now. And someone said, oh, there'll probably be television. And on I came. You know, the clever way they work you in.
Oh, it's smart. Subtle.
Aladdin lost his magic lamp, so when he wanted the genie, he rubbed his blank. If you haven't got a lamp, what would you rub? Aladdin lost his magic lamp, so when he wanted the genie, he rubbed his blank. Oh, if you think so, Barry. Oh, Stuart thinks the same way. No. All right. You in, Mark? Haven't even written. Just waiting on Carol and Mark
Right.
to lock their answers into the electronic cell, which means they can never take them out. You in, Barry? That's it. Ian, Aladdin lost his magic lamp, so when he wanted the genie, he rubbed his...
Hand.
He rubbed his hand. Rubbed his hand. He rubbed his hand.
Well, I thought of a particular part of the anatomy, but wasn't the hand.
No?
No.
Which bit? His nose. His nose. That's a good idea. Peggy, Aladdin lost his magic lamp, so when he wanted the genie, he rubbed his...
Well, I thought something like a lamp would be a kettle.
Oh, rubbed his kettle. Oh. Fancy going through life rubbing your kettle. What have you got under there? What have you got nestling under there, Dave?
Oh, I thought he'd rub his ring.
Rub his
actually.
ring, I see, yes. I see. I'll get down here quickly so that you can't dwell on that answer. Carol is dwelling on it and cannot speak. Come on, Carol.
Well, I
What
was
would you rub if you've lost your lamp?
something similar, like a...
Rubbed his torch.
It's like a lamp.
Of course it is.
It is a lamp.
Carol is ever ready with her answers. Oh, don't. Well, you know, it's Monday. Rubbed his nose.
Rubbed his nose.
Rubbed his nose.
Yes.
Torch, nose, or
Unlike
kettle.
Dave, I know nothing about anatomy, so I put no.
Rubbed his nose. Well, they were all good answers, but it didn't help it. I worked out a great new gag. When anybody sits on my blank, it plays Advance Australia Fair.
I don't like to say this, Graham,
You
but
can.
I think it might be his toilet.
Toilet or lavatory, yes. That would be a funny thing to go to visit to Barry's Loo and sit down and Advance Australia Fair came out.
Stand up again.
And stand up again. Knee.
No good.
No, knee's all right.
It's all right, but...
Yeah, but it's not a...
Not a match.
It's not a match. I'll say that part.
Do you mind if I don't... Do you mind if I don't show mine? I was trying to pull it out.
Oh.
And I wanted to put it in because Dave just said to me it was rude. I didn't mean it to be rude.
Oh, well, if it's rude, we'll do something about it later. We've got
All
to
right?
see it.
I didn't mean it to be rude.
Lamp. That's not rude.
Well, it's your mind, Dave.
Well-
I didn't think it was rude.
If you sat on his lap and it played
Advance Australia Fair.
Well,
You'd have to stand up.
I didn't think it was rude at all, Dave.
Oh, Dave, you work in strange...
I said sofa.
Sofa. We're looking for a lavatory. I am particularly. Carol, do we have anything vaguely similar?
I haven't got a lavatory. I've got a chair.
Chair isn't a no.
No.
No, because no.
No.
Well, I've often been told where my sense of humour is.
Toilet is a match. Barry, do we have a loo from you?
Actually, it's funny you should say that. Yes.
Yes! It's a match. We'll be back to play round 2 right after these messages. Come back and join the fun on Blankety Blanks. Francis, you know this game now better than I do. What did we do recently?
What, I mucked it up a few times.
Oh no, I thought we've played this now so often together.
Yes.
You would know what I always say.
Oh, well, we recently polled a studio audience.
And discovered.
Their most common reaction to this.
Common reaction.
Oh.
No, you haven't got it right. You don't know it at all. Helen, Francis rather, we polled a... Smart Graham, you see. Francis, we polled a recent studio audience and discovered their most frequent response to this. Earth blank. Now, if you match their most frequent answer, you receive $100. If you match their second most frequent response, $50. Third, $25 if you match it. 3 of our celebrities are champing at the bit to offer some advice.
Peter, please.
Peter Tapana.
Well, I think it would be like the film Earthquake.
Earthquake, what a beaut answer.
Ian?
Yes, I think Earthquake is the sort of one that... got to be a different one, yes, that's right.
Ian Finley.
How about something similar? Tremor, Earth Tremor.
Earth tremor. Yeah.
And Dave.
Dave Gray.
Earthworm.
Earthworm. Don't forget, earthworm came from the same man who gave you runner bean some weeks ago and destroyed us all.
Gather in a squared circle at the same time, and the Macho Man Randy Savage trades punches with the world champion Hulk Hogan on Championship Wrestling, 9:30 tonight on Channel 10. Ready to match the stars.